Hey everybody, welcome. Today I'm here with Adam Craze, a photographer who has been in China since
2008.
2008.
Yeah.
Okay, in Xi'an first.
Yeah.
Right.
Next to Xi'an. Yeah.
This is Creative Minds. All right, Adam, where are we now?
We're currently in the studio that I work at.
Okay. This is where you work every day?
Yes, where I work every day.
I see a lot of photography equipment.
Yeah. We do a lot of photos.
This company is the company you work for now, KW Commerce.
Yes, out of Germany.
It's the 10th, what did
The
you say?
10th largest Amazon marketplace in the world.
Right, and you take a lot of product photos here with your team that is growing.
Yeah.
Okay, but you, I know you since 2010.
Yep.
Right, where you showed up in my office and we collaborated for a few years with your great photos of Dongguan. And I want to know, how did you get into photography? Because I know that it's not your academic background.
Yeah.
How did it start?
So when I was a kid, I just saw things a little bit differently, and people would say, hey. And then I would take some photos with, again, there were the old kind of cameras, but people liked my photos a lot. So, but I didn't really think anything of it, to be honest with you. Then when I was in high school, I wanted to take an easy class. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll take photography.
In Utah?
Yeah, in Utah, yeah. And I started the class, and the teacher really liked my photos. I did really well, and before the end of the semester, I was promoted to the senior level class, and I became an assistant. I won a few photo awards, and at that point in time, I was kind of like, this is probably something I should do.
So you liked it?
I loved it.
But that was high school?
Yeah.
Then?
Life happened.
Right.
Life happens. You want to try to live and make money and all that other stuff, and I didn't really think about it at the time. I still kept doing photography, kept training myself and learning about different things, and I enjoyed it, so that was fun.
And then you studied something else?
Yeah, I just went off and did a bunch of other things.
Okay.
I became a salesman. I was at one of the largest companies in the world for telecommunications, that sort of thing.
And during that time, you were still taking photos on the side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And you were learning by yourself, becoming a better photographer?
Yeah.
All right. And
I think so.
yeah. And when did it start being big for you?
Well,
when did you go full time?
One day I was kind of not happy with things, and so I decided that I had an interest in China for many years before. I just didn't really know about China, and people that I knew didn't know much about China, so I was interested, I was intrigued, right? Mm-hmm. And so I wanted to go to China, and so at the time I was like, I think I want to go to China and just be a photographer. So I left all the work I was doing before, stopped doing until I quit.
Yeah.
I booked a trip to China.
Without a job?
Well, I was getting one set up. Yeah.
English teaching in the beginning?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good
it was great because it was only 2 days a week, and then I could travel the rest of the time.
Okay.
So that's what I did, and that's what brought me. That's how I got here. And then at that point, I came full time into photography.
So you came to China with photography in mind, thinking this is a great country to photograph.
Well, again, like the main reason why I'm here is because I want to take photos of people here. I want to learn about people, culture, and the history. And then I want to share that with people in the West. So it was important for me to come here and experience as much as I can and then share that with people. So.
All right. Let's take a little walk.
All right, cool.
At your office. So you came to China 2008, you said, and you since then you've traveled how many places do you estimate?
Well, I mean, probably more than 100 towns and cities at least, quite a few larger areas, but I go to the smaller areas too. So many areas, many places that other people just have never been before. So.
Right, you had opportunities to go on photography trips, you won some awards.
Yep.
You told me about this special cave place. What was that?
Mogao. It's in Gansu, far northwestern China. And I'm the only foreign American that has ever been allowed to take photos there. In fact, if anyone were to go there now, they would not be allowed to take photos.
So this is the government took you there.
Yeah,
So that's why you
yes.
got an access.
Yes, people have not been allowed to take photos in these caves since basically 1966.
Right.
So it was a very special opportunity for me, and very appreciative of the chance to see that history and that culture that is rare. It's the largest cache of Buddhist art in the world.
Wow.
And there's just no photos of it, pretty much anywhere.
That's great. By the way, these are the products that your company have that you guys are responsible to photograph, right?
Yeah, these are just a small
Samples?
amount, some samples that are inbound that that we're going to take photos of,
Right.
or outbound that we've already
Right.
taken photos of.
We will get to product photography soon, but I mean, still on your culture, travel photography, what is your creative process?
So there's a lot of process, but
Right, I'm sure it's maybe hard to summarize.
I do a lot of research beforehand. Any place that I want to go, I try to find out what festivals or interesting culture events are happening, because I really want to learn about the culture so much. I want to see what's happening and how things are. This is another one of our studios. Oh, it's dark right now, but
Oh, it's dark. Okay.
sorry, Molly.
This is another photography
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah, this is we do a lot smaller items here, so
Okay.
just want to show you that.
It's lunchtime, so
Yeah.
they're resting. Right. Cool. We're going there. We're going into like your kind of dormitory, right?
Yeah, we have a dorm section for people that that come from Germany
Okay.
or from abroad
Right.
to visit and to do other things with the
Okay, so
company.
you were saying
anyway,
that you like to learn more about
yeah,
what's happening, the culture.
yeah, I really care about that a lot, because again, the reason why I'm here is because I want to be able to show that to people, right? I want to learn about the culture and the history. So to take part in that is really important. So I do a lot of research. I try to contact as many people as I can. I try to really find out everything I can about the people and the area that I want to go to. And I try to look for things that other people haven't done, places that they haven't been, or activities that they haven't taken part in. And that's really what I try to focus on.
Do you remember any specific, like your your favorite trip?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of favorites, to be honest with you, but one trip that I really enjoyed, I went to northern Yunnan, and there's a city there called Xishuangbanna,
Okay.
and they had a horse racing festival. It's a Tibetan region of Yunnan, so the people are Tibetan.
Okay.
And so they had a Tibetan horse racing festival, and I went, and it's 3,500 meters above sea level, so it's quite high up. It's in the mountains, so beautiful. And I went there, and I went, and basically they have a big field, and they had everybody, all the families come. It's their biggest holiday of the year, and they build these massive tents, and it's beautiful. And they would invite me in, and I was just by myself, just taking pictures, talking with people. They would invite me into their tents, into their homes, into their basically into their temples.
I bet this happens a lot.
Where
When you go to places like, I was asking you before, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
are you
yeah.
a fly on the wall, or are you a part of the scene? You said you try to be a fly on the wall, but
Yeah.
sometimes,
I do get invited quite a bit.
right?
to
So that's
different-
kind of nice. So
Yeah, yeah.
so the reactions in China towards a foreign photographer, is it positive?
generally very positive. One thing too, you know me pretty well. I'm generally a positive individual. Like, I don't go into a place with a frown. I generally am very happy, and I present a positive.
Right. The
Outlook.
personality is very
Yeah.
important for a photographer, right?
Oh, definitely.
Like how
definitely,
you can
definitely.
get people to be okay with
Yes.
you taking photos.
Very important.
Yeah.
If I have, if I'm not friendly, if I can't see someone and have somewhat of an understanding of how to approach them, that could be a problem.
Right. You also published a book, right?
I did.
Photos of Dongguan.
Specifically
a few years
Dongguan.
ago, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
a thick book. How was that? Why did you do that?
Well, again, it's the whole process of me trying to share with other people things that I know and learn. And obviously, I'd done a lot of work with you and had a lot of access, a lot of opportunity to take some pretty cool photos.
Right.
And I thought they were cool, so I wanted to share that with other people, and I thought a book was a really good way to do that.
What was the name of the book?
just simply Dongguan, China. Yeah,
Dongguan, China,
it wasn't
Okay.
anything special.
Right.
It wasn't anything crazy. But
So now since last July, you work at this KW Commerce,
Yep.
like we say, the big e-commerce German company,
Mhm.
and as a photography production supervisor, right?
Yes.
And how is it different? You know, I would think, just an assumption, that for a photographer like you, you know, product photos may be boring. How do you work it out? In what way? It's probably not what I think, I guess. So what can you tell us about the difference between your regular, you know, travel, culture photography and product photography?
Well, just like in the travel and tourism type stuff, right? I have to do a lot of research to understand how I'm doing what I'm doing.
Right.
I myself, I consider myself a very technical photographer. So,
Okay.
so doing product photography for me is really almost the same in terms of how I think about what I'm doing. How do I get the best light? How do I show it in the best way? But the difference is I'm in an enclosed situation with product photography. I can determine all of the light that hits the product. Like there's nothing that I'm not deciding beforehand.
Right.
So I guess that would be the biggest difference is I have way more control with a product image than I do with.
I guess so, right? It's in a studio, and I guess when you say you learn about the situation in this case, you will learn really the product really well.
Yeah.
And what's important in the product,
Exactly.
what needs to be shown in a better, something like that.
Yeah. You know, things like materials, usage, you know, things like that. You know, who's going to use it, how it's
Right.
going to be used.
Right.
You know. So those are very important things. The materials are super important.
And this company is big, so I mean, it's like tens of thousands of products they have.
Yeah.
So there is always more photos. Your team is growing here, right?
Yeah.
You're hiring more and more people.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's a great time to be part of our team.
All right. You've been in China for what, 13 years now?
13 years.
In Dongguan for almost 10 of them? Or
11,
more, no, 11 of them?
yeah,
Wow,
11.
so most of them, right?
Yeah.
What's your plan for the future with China?
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but we just bought a house.
Ah, okay.
So that's cool.
Here in Dongguan?
Near Dongguan.
Near Dongguan, okay.
And so that's exciting. So my plans are
You're
to stay here and continue to do my travel tourism work. I really enjoy that. It's, you know, it's part of who I am. It's what makes me happy.
All right.
Whenever I go and do those things, it creates a whole new level of joy for me, I think.
So you do that where you take some time off the company, right?
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
can travel and do that.
Yeah.
Right.
There's this company's really good with how they work with people. So, you know, I feel like I have plenty of time where I can go out and do the travel photography work and still, you know, work here and do a good job.
And the office is very close
It's
to
nice,
the
right?
Shuilianshan,
Shan Mountain,
which
yeah.
is a quite famous mountain in Dongguan. You're
Yeah.
right next to the park here. I
Yeah,
see.
right here.
And it's a really nice area.
If
to
we
look at
want,
the
we
office.
just walk right up there and go
Right.
right into the mountains. It's been
Right.
good.
Probably
We've done that
in-
with the team sometimes.
in the better month of the year, right?
Yeah,
Like, this is
not
Dongguan
now,
weather.
not today. No,
Not today.
Not today.
So this is really cool. All right. Well, thanks for talking to me.
No problem, brother.
This was interesting, and I hope that you know, you got to share a bit of your creative process of, you know, a foreign photographer in China, like travel photography. But I mean, you know, I think now you are in a job that really suits you. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
And this was Creative Minds. And as usual, if you like this video, please give it a like, and you can subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Till we see you next time, have a cooler and a nice day.